Hello everyone, welcome to CNA, the daily newspaper analysis conducted by CSAP. Today is 14th of September. Let's go ahead with the analysis of today's most important news. These are my details, you may go through it. You can also download today's PDF by joining our WhatsApp group or our Telegram channel. And these are other various platforms where you can get connected with us. I would also like to inform all the APSC mains appearing candidates of our IGP program, interview guidance program. We have already successfully conducted 2 sessions as of yet with Mr. Anil Sarup sir and Robin Kalita sir. Our registration is still going on, so I insist you all to forward this message to all the needy ones. There is also an upcoming batch, our Adarshya batch, which is starting from 28th of September. So those who are interested can kindly contact us. So these are the contents for today's analysis. Let's start with our first news, the first Global Symposium on Farmers' Rights. So President Murmu to inaugurate the first Global Symposium on Farmers' Rights on September 12th. Why it was in the news? Let's have a look. So President Murmu inaugurated the first Global Symposium on Farmers' Rights in New Delhi, emphasizing the farming fraternity's role in conserving crop diversity and valuing their efforts in protecting and reviving the various plant species. So about the event jodi ami saw, the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture, organized by the FAO, will be held in New Delhi, which is ongoing right now from September 12 to 15, and hosted by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare in collaboration with the following. What are the key objectives? The symposium simply focuses on farmers' rights, promoting knowledge and awareness among participants. It also serves as a platform for sharing the best practices and experiences related to the farmers' rights. The symposium also emphasizes the interconnectedness of farmers' rights and human rights within agriculture and farming. So let's have a look. A small glance at the India's agro-biodiversity. According to President Murmu, she highlighted India's unique biodiversity, stating that despite occupying only 2.4% of the world's land, it is home to about 7 to 8% of all the recorded plant and animal species. So therefore, yes, our India is definitely a global asset. So this was our first news. So that's what we have given, a MCQ question and also a mains question. Kindly do practice. Let's move on to our next news. So this again concerns our president. So Ayushman Bhav campaign. So president virtually launches the Ayushman Bhav campaign. So let's have a look why it was in the news and its objective. So Srimati Draupadi Murmu will launch the Ayushman Bhav campaign on September 13, a comprehensive nationwide healthcare initiative aimed at providing universal healthcare services to every village and town across India, regardless of location or their socio-economic status. So it have already been launched on September 13. So if we have a look at the strategy and programs, it says that the initiative aims to expand the healthcare coverage nationwide, okay, including remote regions as well. Of course, programs and sub-campaigns have been also launched, including Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Beneficiaries downloading health cards for self-access and streamlining the process and increasing accessibility are other objectives as well. Ayushman Melas, Ayushman Sabhas, these are also organized by the health and wellness centers and community health centers, of course. It is a platform for the healthcare outreach and awareness. It also involves other initiatives, additional initiatives, like involving the local communities, okay, in various villages as well. Moving on, The project also aims to provide a steady supply of blood for medical needs through online organ donation, organized blood donation camps, and cleanliness campaigns. It also encourages community participation in cleanliness drives at public health facilities. So, for our second news, we have again given a MCQ question plus a mains question. Please kindly go through it. The next news is related to environment ecology and also related to economy as well. So let's have a look at it. Center will protect industry from European Union's carbon law, says Mr. Piyush Goyal. So let's have a look why it was in the news. So our Indian industry is said to face the potential adverse impacts from the European Union's Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. So, in short, it is known as CBAM, which requires the reporting of carbon emissions for certain exports to Europe from October 1, with additional import levies exposed from 2026. So, what is happening here is that European Union কিছুমান সিহঁতৰ changes আনিছে সিহঁতৰ policies বিলাকত, and after October 1, 2026 আমাৰ ইয়াতে কিছুমান changes আহিব. So আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়াৰ যিখিনি export business আছে তাতে কিবা এটা harm হ'ব নেকি, okay, তাতে কিবা এটা up and down হ'ব, সেইটোৰ ওপৰত এটা question এটা আহিছে. So CBAM এই টাৰ্মটো মনত ৰাখিবা তোমালোকে, this could be very very important. All right, so the European Union is set to introduce its carbon border adjustment mechanism from October 2023, imposing a 2035 carbon tax on selected imports of non-green or environmentally sustainable products. This is a part of the EU's Fit for 55 in 2030 package. The package to key hoy, this aims to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions by at least 55% by 2030. Okay, so Fit for 55 a key mean kore etu tumalage saisa. This could be very important. Prelims of tumalagor ahibo. Implementation or significance hisabe jodi ami sao CBM to kele hiote rakhisile. Okay, let's have a look. So what is CBM to ami gom palwe. So further jodi ami sao, CBM is a European Union's initiative that requires the importers to declare their annual greenhouse gas emissions and surrender certificates to offset them. This could encourage non-European Union countries to adopt stricter environmental regulations and prevent carbon leakage by discouraging the companies from relocating to weaker countries. Okay, so this is about CBM. India can have impact for it, particularly, then you can see that India's export of iron ore, steel ore, and aluminum products to the European Union are threatened by carbon levies ranging from 19.8 to 52.7%. The European Union will also start collecting carbon taxes on steel, aluminum, cement, fertilizer, hydrogen, and electricity consignments from January 26. Okay, from January 26. India's high carbon intensity and lack of a domestic carbon pricing scheme risk export competitiveness. Okay, so that is our news, our third number of news. So kindly go through the MCQ and the mains question. So moving on to our next news of the day. It again involves environment ecology portion. So yate ki lekha ase ami jodi sao, and it is about the climate change. Okay, so the UN climate change kotha ami sao, that why what it is in the news. The UN Climate Secretariat has released the Global Stocktake report, a synthesis report on the G20 summit discussing countries' progress towards the Paris Agreement. So abhi hokole janue sage already Paris Agreement ki hoy since 2015. Key highlights of the news jodi ami sao, The Paris Agreement mandates a 5-year, okay, a 5-year global stocktake to assess the impact of countries' climate policies on global temperature rise. This evaluation set for 2023 helped determine the need for additional action and acknowledges the need for funding for losses, damages, and energy transitions in the developing nations. Key points যদি আমি চাওঁ, the report highlights the global emissions are not aligned with the Paris Agreement's temperature goal. যেটো goal আছিলে তাৰ লগত aligned হোৱা নাই বুলি কৈছে. And there is a narrowing window to increase ambition and meet commitments. It provides a comprehensive assessment of climate change, describing the challenges facing the world's largest economies. So, what happened at the recent G20 climate change summit jodi ami sao, yate ki hoisile, the summit assessed the country's progress in limiting greenhouse gas emissions in 2050, focusing on our Paris Agreement. However, progress has been very slow, with G20 countries owing 93% of coal power plants and 88% of other planned ones. The summit acknowledged significant financial commitments, stating 5.8 to 5.9 trillion needed for developing countries and 4 trillion per year for clean energy technologies. Here we have again allotted a question. Tumalike questions kini tumalike attempt koriba, definitely attempt koriba. I also ask you guys to let me know in the comment section about IPCC. Let me know about IPCC. Okay, so what is IPCC? UN or jeto IPCC hoy hetu ki hoy? Also let me know about carbon credit. Okay, also let me know about carbon credit. Okay, so besides attempting our questions, you also need to comment here. Okay, comment here about your knowledge. And যেতিয়া চাই আছে লগালগ তোমালোকে comment কৰিবলৈ চাবা. Do not look it out in the Google. Okay, directly answer to কৰিবলৈ চাবা. Chalo, let's move on to our next news, which is news number 5. Nipah case 2 in Kerala. So again, amar bemarer ako ahi goise, Nipah again ahi goise. So human health and disease topic jeto ase amar tar under poribo. So Nipah breaks out again in Kerala, claims 2 lives already. Okay, so why it was in the news? Eto jodi ami sao tetia hole 2 people have already died and 4 others are receiving treatment after contracting the Nipah virus in Kerala's Kozhikode district. Although it does not spread as quickly as COVID-19, it's more deadly due to its zoonotic nature. So what do you mean by zoonotic diseases? Zoonotic diseases ki hoy hekhini muk comment section of tumalake janaba. Okay, what do you mean by zoonotic diseases? This is very important in this recent times. Okay, so you should have the knowledge of it. Okay, moving on, ami jodi sao tetia hole the Nipah virus spreads through contaminated food consumption. Okay, contaminated food consumption it is spread hobo pare, and definitely human to human contact, although it spreads slower than our SARS-CoV-2. Its ability to kill is but a major concern. ঠিক আছে, so অলপমান slow hobo pare transmission not, but still আমি যদি চাও এটো বহুত সোনকালে, okay, বহুত সোনকালে আমি যদি চাও বহুত সোনকালে আমাৰ বহুত hazardous hobo pare, fatal hobole pare. Okay, the WHO estimates a 40% to 75% global case fatality rate. All outbreaks are localized and contained quickly. Okay, moving on, signs and symptoms jodi ami sao tetia hole ene dhonor signs and symptoms pabo pare like fever, headache, okay, vomiting, sore throat, etc. Diagnosis is often not suspected at the present stage. ঠিক আছে, so diagnostic to অলপমান critical হৈ যায়. The Nipah virus kotha to sabba bole ki hoy, that the Nipah virus's low infectiousness and easy human to human transmission combined with high death rates contributes to its quick end to the outbreaks. Infections range from asymptomatic to severe respiratory infections, okay, with initial symptoms like already called like fever, headaches, etc. Okay. Moving on, Nipah virus diagnosis it can be diagnosed definitely through clinical history and RT-PCR test. Okay, RT-PCR test. RT-PCR test. RT-PCR test. Currently, no drugs or vaccines are available, but the WHO has identified it as a priority disease. Intensive supportive care is recommended for severe complications. Okay. আৰু লগতে RT-PCR ELISA যেটো ট্ৰিটমেন্ট আছে তাৰ থ্ৰুদি আমি কৰিব পাৰো ডিটেকশন এটা ৱে হয় প্ৰসেস হয় সো ELISA যেটো হয় ELISA থ্ৰুদি আৰু আমি কি বেমাৰ ডিটেক্ট কৰিবলৈ পাৰো kindly let me know in the comment section. Okay, আৰু ELISA থ্ৰুদি কেনে ধৰণৰ আৰু আমি বেমাৰ ডিটেক্ট কৰিবলৈ পাৰো let me know. Okay. All right. Then again, our model question ase MCQ and our mains. So these were our news for today, the most important news for today. And moving on, our logot kisiman prelims fact ase. Prelims fact eta jodi ami sao, tetiala first fact to ase about the exercise Bright Star 23. So eto ki hoy ami jodi sao, our Indian Air Force jeto ase, it has announced the exercise Bright Star 23, a biannual joint military exercise led by the US and Egypt. Okay, so biannual has entered its culmination phase. The exercise aims to strengthen the ties between the Egyptian armed forces and the US Central Command, enhancing their ability to reinforce Middle Eastern allies in case of war. Okay, so that was the news about Bright Star 2023. So তোমালোকে এটো ভালকে এবাৰ চাই লবা because এনেকা question military based question prelims ত বহুত হয়. Okay, so David Accords and all ekhini kotha ebar saba tumaleke prelims or jodi ami sao next fact to le tetia hole it says about the megalithic dolmen site. Eta picture dekha paisa tumaleke. So megalithic dolmen site. Okay, this is again very important, megalithic dolmen site. So etu kene dhoronor ami jodi sao etu eta discovery eta hoy, the discovery of the unique terracotta figurines dating back to 800 to 700 BC. Okay, at a megalithic dolmen site, Kot near Mudbidri, Dakshina, Kannada. Okay, it is a significant archaeological discovery by them. The site described as the largest features 9 dolmens on a stone hill. Okay, 9 dolmens on a stone hill. That is why it is quite important. But unfortunately, only 2 dolmens remain intact, while the rest of the burials have been ruined over the time. Okay. Next, our prelims factor is about the Vidya Samiksha Kendras. So the Ministry of Education is establishing Vidya Samiksha Kendras, okay, VSKs, across states under the National Digital Education Architecture, aiming to improve learning outcomes by leveraging data and technology. This initiative will cover over 15 lakh schools, okay, 96 lakh teachers and 26 crore students. Okay, so ekhini amar kane bahut dangor news eta hoy Vidya Samiksha Campus. All right, so this could be very important for the upcoming exams. Okay, so that was our last prelims fact. So this is our academic team. So we have been working very hard to provide you with the news. So this is our content developing team. So that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. So kindly attempt the answers and be honest to yourself. So let's meet in our next video. Thank you.